We're moving from an agricultural economy to a more balanced economy with industry. And of course, Mississippi's never fully left the agricultural world any more than you have. But we, as you have also tried to balance it with industry, and the way we did that was offered a big piece of green property somewhere, a little highway access, some water. That was the economic development paradigm. But what's changing is only 10% of our economy is now manufacturing. We're moving to a knowledge economy. And economic developers can no longer bank on chasing smokestacks. They have to chase talent. And that talent works in a different space than ever before. The young, talented workforce is now, they want to be able to talk to each other, to share ideas, to share their imagination, to collaborate. It's an idea and a knowledge economy, and they share it in a very different way. So the old ways of providing workspace no longer work for us. Now the demographic change. The baby boom generation. The largest generation ever in the history of this country, with, thank goodness, the longest life expectancy of any generation in the history of this country. The baby boom generation is retiring. And we, since I represent that generation, are hitting that retirement market from today over the next 2 decades. That's a huge number of people entering retirement, and we're different, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the other generation is the millennial generation. They are now the largest generation ever in the history of the country. For the first time, and where they choose to work and how they choose to work is driving the decision of the job creators. Now, boomers are going to be a different kind of senior citizen. Bear in mind, this is not an aging population that you've ever seen before. In fact, it's been titled Adulthood 2, which any of you who are boomers in the room, that sounds a lot better than going through a second childhood. Adulthood 2. Why? Because we're healthier, and it's not just adding 30 years to the end of a life. We're starting new careers, we're starting new families, we're moving to new places, very different set of adults. We understand in a better way that we have to take care of our health and preserve it to not only just live longer. It's not about the number of days, it's the quality of the days. And if you want to be active, to spend time with your children and grandchildren and continue to learn, to see this wonderful country and world, we have to be able to be in some sort of shape to do that, and we're walking more every day. It's intimidating to us, and the truth is you don't want us on the interstate highway system for the next 20 years. But in rural America, we're holding on to our driver's license longer because we don't have other choices of how to get around. That's why we're moving into places around downtowns where we can walk to the coffee shop, walk to get groceries, and you want us out of those automobiles because our reflexes begin to soften, and we have the highest accident rate of the age group, of any age group. And we're choosing different places of where we live. We're downsizing. We don't want to mow an acre of grass, at least, and when I usually, if I'm talking to a group and there are couples there, the guy doesn't want to mow the acre of grass, and the lady said, the wife says, and I don't want to clean that big house anymore. So they're downsizing and moving to smaller places, and the number of senior households will grow twice as fast as all others together for the next 2 decades. You've got to be ready for that. Small towns, large towns have got to be ready because us seniors vote, and you don't want a bunch of mad seniors because there's no place within their community for them to find that kind of housing. Millennials